What would it take, y'all, to raise a ballerina cappuccino? No rules, no safety nets, just chaos and wonder. From a single pearl-like coffee egg cracking in the dark to a tiny whirlwind with legs like spokes. At first pirouette before her first step, dust rings spinning, bending reality. A skyscraper falls and she spins into the storm, taming chaos with pure grace. This isn't just a story, it's Ballerina Cappucina.
I worked at a high-tech warehouse for coffee equipment. My life was gray until, under one of the giant centrifuges, I found it. Perfectly smooth, warm, ivory-colored egg with delicate brown streaks, like latte art. I felt a strange vibration emanating from it. I hid the find under my jacket and passed through the scanners, holding my breath. At home, I placed it on soft velvet under a lamp. The egg didn't just crack. It began spinning at a furious speed until the shell shattered into dust. From the center of this whirl, enormous, graceful eyes stared at me. Baby Cappucina was tiny, like a delicate kitten with incredibly long, spindly legs. Instead of taking her first step, she performed her first pirouette. I fed her warm milk. In her teenage phase, mischief began. And in response, she created tiny hypnotic rings of dust around herself, making my head spin slightly. She grew not by days, but by hours. Her movements became sharper and more professional. She could start spinning in the middle of the kitchen, creating a local tornado that lifted all the furniture. If I looked at her too long, the world around me would start to melt. Her hypnotic motion pattern triggered involuntarily. We walked in the park, and people around stopped, mesmerized by her dance, forgetting where they were going. She became my graceful shadow. She didn't just dance. She soared. Grand jetés, 5 meters in a single breath. Children stopped playing, eyes locked on her spin. Even a barking dog fell silent, sitting, tilting its head, trapped in her rhythm. She wasn't small anymore. By sunset, she stood as tall as me, shadows stretching behind her. A delicate lick of coffee ice cream, grace in every motion. She stepped into a busy intersection, and the city stopped. No horns, no shouting, just stillness, bending around her. At the city's main square during a festival, disaster struck. A massive advertising structure atop a skyscraper came loose.
What is happening?
Panic.
Get out of here!
People froze in terror.
Coming down! Run!
I looked at grown-up Cappucina. She understood everything without words. She wasn't afraid. She was focused. Her eyes began to glow, warm latte light, burning through the chaos. She ran straight up the glass, legs blurring, city reflecting beneath her. Her paws gripped the edge. Extreme balance, absolute control. And there she stood, on the very tip of the spinning steel monster, preparing to counterspin. The storm met the dancer, spinning on a single cable, turning into a deadly steel blade. Reaching the epicenter, she spun in the opposite direction, generating a powerful resonance field. Using extreme balance stability, she ascended the sheer wall of the building. Her accelerated rotational movement synchronized with the falling structure, slowing it down and hypnotizing the chaos. She literally tamed inertia, gently lowering the steel behemoth to the ground. After such a day, we were both exhausted. We returned to our quiet apartment. Premium milk, honey, the essentials. Home was quiet, safe. She collapsed onto the couch, long legs stretching, finally resting. I pulled a wool blanket over her, and then it came, a soft, rhythmic tongue. Her sleeping through the room. That night, the city slept. By morning, she was unstoppable again. Impossible stretches across the kitchen floor. One leg reaching the highest cabinet. A single coffee bean spinning between her paws. She placed the cup in front of me. Perfect latte art. Her face smiling in foam. Cleaning? She spun once. The floor became a mirror. A vase slipped, caught midair with a toe. I tried to work. She balanced pens on her nose. Then those swirling eyes again, convincing me to take a break. In the garden, she turned a hose into a lasso, rainbows forming in the mist. Even the neighbor's cap froze, mesmerized. She handed me a single flower, spinning like a glowing star. Windows down, foam in the wind. In the open field, she spun faster than a car, grass barely bending beneath her. Extreme balance, always. A shared croissant, elegant, refined. Back to the city, purple skies, long shadows. A private thank you performance, glowing in twilight. Watching her, the room slowly began to rotate, and then the dishes. Even legends face real life. She tapped my shoulder and pointed
Don't
to the
worry,
sink.
we'll clean it up quickly.
Message
All right,
received.
I suppose I have to.
She jumped in and started spinning like a 5-star dishwasher. Water spiraled perfectly, soap bubbles dancing in the air. Plates flew out, clean, dry,
Extreme balance
polished
stability.
to perfection. The last one balanced on a single finger. That night, I slipped into bed. She curled at the foot, long legs folding gently. She looked up at me one last time, her eyes glowing faintly, latte light in the dark. She closed her eyes. The patterns in her fur slowly stopped moving. Outside, the city was silent. The warm light in our window faded. This isn't just a story. It's home.